shot by Buddha. Facebook gaming in the building.
Into the end zone! Five Nations, stand up!
I know this is not football related, but watching Rick Ross today it was a sad day. I like Rick Ross. I think Rick Ross have dope music, but he was kind of going out sad today. He was going outside for the unks today. It's like you can't be friends with somebody. Let them get into the fight for their life. Switch sides on them. Diss them for 2 years. Make diss records and everything. A week before the man's album come out, this man's on Apple Music talking about, on the Apple Podcast talking about, I want to see him shine. I want the best for him. And then a week later, the album dropped. This man gave Rick Ross one bar, and he's crashing out on every podcast across the world, saying how the album's trash, complaining because Drake spent his own money on his own rollout and he invested in himself. It's almost like, I mean, to hear Rick Ross say, but I'd be number one too if I had ice blocks in the city. Like, bro, come on, man. Like, the biggest boss can't be complaining about somebody saying my record label is undermining me and I'm gonna put my own budget up. I mean, I've never seen that. I mean, I was disappointed in him, KD, because like, it's people who don't like Drake that can't tell you why they don't like Drake. They really ain't got no reason to not like him. Their excuses of why they don't like it is, or don't like Drake, is so bad. Like, French Montana has trying to piece it up with Drake, but Rick Ross is the friend in between that won't let them piece it. You see what I'm saying? Like I just, like, it's almost like he fought back. He got knocked down and got up off the mat and started back fighting and started beating ass. And now it's like, you mad at him for fighting back. Like, I don't get it. What was Drake supposed to put out? Oh, ASAP Rocky definitely plunging air. I mean, the thing about Ross is like, and this is one thing I say social media has done. It has taken the mystique off of the rappers that we like. I like Ross. I like his music. But like, over the years, his mystique is going away. To see him act the way he acting about Drake right now, like, Future is not acting like that. Metro is not acting like that. Khaled has got his head in the sand. Like, even Joe Budden is singing the songs, and he came out to Joe Budden. Like, Drake just basically threw the shots back at everybody who threw shots at him where he felt wrong by, and did it in a masterful way, rolling the album out. It's just that he's a big artist, so when he says something, the world hear it, and like Rick Ross seemed to be embarrassed by it. Like, the only way that Ross is, to me, it's like Ross gotta drop a major hit. And when he went in, like, the worst part about the podcast is when he said, what a Billie Jean, and he ain't got no Jay-Z, New York. It's like, bro, like, if you one of the nicest rappers in the game, and your way to fight or combat Drake is by saying Drake don't have a song like Jay-Z, like, why wouldn't you say Drake don't have a song like Rick Ross? Why wouldn't you say he don't have a song like this song I got? Because you don't have that song. You the one who don't have the Billie Jean. All your Billie Jeans have Drake on them, and this man's got going on tour rapping songs where you telling the DJ to stop playing your best songs because Drake on them. Like, it's just corny, bro. Like, I think that's a bad part of the culture that I don't like, is that, like, people take shots at people when they think they out, and when a person fight back and bounce back, they can't take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then, y'all know I'm a French Montana fan. Even in the Apple part when he was dissing Drake, was saying that he wished Drake the best when we all knew it was not genuine. He's like, when I was at the top of the game, when I was number one, I did this, and when French was hot, and French was like, yo, wait a minute. He's like, I'm still hot. Like, French Montana got hits without Drake. He got to run right now with Max B. It's like, even with the people you around, you'll give backhanded compliments to. Like, Ross just seeming like a snake right now, bro. Like, I hate it for Ross because I like Ross, but I think he looked bad being on his press run, and all he talking about is how Drake music ain't this and that, and the whole world is bobbing their head to Drake. I mean, KD, like, Drake is like Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady. He just been winning too long. Like MJ, Kobe, LeBron. Like, you just went Curry. Like, when somebody's so good so long. And the thing about Drake is like Steph Curry. You can't beat Steph Curry shooting threes. People try to get in the ring with Drake and try to shoot threes with Drake. You can't shoot threes with somebody that's a 3-point shooter. You gonna be in there trying to do something you can't do. Come on, ball for a minute. Yeah, it's sad because here's the reality. The reality is Ye and Drake are huge artists who understand the business of it, and at their height to where they have the most leverage, their character is being questioned. We seen it with Prince, seen it with Michael Jackson, we seen it with Magic Johnson wanted to own part of the Lakers. He come up with A's. Bill Cosby about to buy the network. He get the Bill Cosby putting something in the pudding. Like, we seen this play before. Now, with all the Epstein stuff, the Michael Jackson movie coming out, even in the movie, they don't put that the Never Neverland Ranch was a safe house for kids being trafficked. He was really protecting kids, and he was never you see what I'm saying? The craziest part is if you put Ye and Drake together, when Ye was talking about pushing these labels out the way, if you got billionaire Ye and you got billionaire Drake, these two artists are big enough to carry the game to get all these artists out of these bad deals. When you remember when Ye said open the books up, to take all these artists out of the bad deals, move them to independent and have their own infrastructure without these labels from the man. It's like they would rather have this demonstration at the Super Bowl that does nothing or means nothing outside of symbolically what it means, but you have the actual people. Before that, you had Jay-Z and Diddy, who was big enough to run the record industry and move the labels out. You have Birdman, you have Master P, you have Diddy, you have Jay-Z, and the person that looks the craziest is Dame Dash, but Dame Dash was actually the one who always wanted to be independent of the labels. So it's like, when we get a chance to have the artists big enough to separate from these 360 deals and to get these labels out the way, why do we love Dolph so much? Because Dolph was the independent rapper who didn't take the deal. Now who's the beneficiary of that? Key Glock. But just imagine if you had 10 Dolphs and 10 Key Glocks. Now all the artists that we know and love own their masters. They own their catalog. They can construct their tours and do their music any kind of way they want to without the label. And now people are starting to understand that's what Drake was fighting against, is not getting devalued and ruined before he got a chance to get that super payday. Now you know it's B's on the table and saying, oh, maybe people overstepped their boundaries. Maybe the cease and desist of French Montana wasn't about sabotaging French Montana. Maybe it was saying, bro, until we get this paperwork right, we got to eat more off of this than they are. We too big of an artist to be letting them railroad us like this. And what better way than to have the whole industry against Drake? So I don't see why people are so upset that Drake is throwing shots back at people and his label. He's doing what everybody say that black artists should be doing, but because he light skinned, he's Drake. Then you see what I'm saying? It's like that's what make the Ross part corny. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole Ross diss about Drake is you ain't black enough, or the whole diss on Drake was you ain't black enough. But who's the big artist of the big three? J. Cole and Drake. They biracial. They both light skinned cats. It's like, are we going back to some NAACP 1946 shit, or like they're gonna finally see that you could take Ye and you could take Drake, you could take all these big artists. I think Cole is kind of manipulated his way out of his situation. Big Crit is out of his. It's a lot of artists that could do independent work if they want. That now the thing that Pimp C was talking about years ago of having a rappers union could be a real thing, but ego and pride have to get put to the side for that to happen, because obviously we're starting to see now a lot of the OGs, a lot of the old heads is really gatekeepers. They really don't want people to be able to be in a situation that they once were not in. He said, I'm going to Dallas to see the Titans take on the Cowboys. Where should I stay in downtown Dallas? I don't live in Texas. It's a few people in the community that live in Texas that we can find out from. So cut and trim as we get in closer. Make sure you stay in the community, and we'll put it out there saying like I'll make a post or something like on my Facebook. I discontinued. A perfect place would have been my Discord, but people in my Discord made me shut my Discord threads down because I feel like people was not using it for purposes like you're asking of like, where should I stay in Dallas? Like that's what it was originally for, but people manipulated it into something else, and that's why it shut down. So I put a post out to see who all lives in Dallas that would say what's a good place close to the stadium. Yeah, French had to check him on their podcast. To let Drake say Wingstop back. You, what up? Let Drake do a collab with no label. Man, that would be. I mean, what if Drake and Ye really did get together though? Yeah, Drake do got the rest of the year on lock because we on ICEMAN hard right now. But wait till Drake drop a visual like the song he got about the Persian girls on the other album is like going viral because all the Persian girls is going crazy. So it's like it's like a trend right now where the Persian girls is speaking Farsi on his song. Like he gonna have a couple house records that's gonna go crazy, and he gonna have a couple of R&B records that's gonna go crazy, and those are gonna be songs that like he probably drop in the summertime. Like Drake really finna smash the whole summer into the fall. Loaf says stay in Oak Cliff. He said stay in Arlington more than being in downtown Dallas. See, I know we got some Texas people in the chat. What up, Loaf? Yeah, I mean, Ravens, Joe, I never really liked the whole decide who's black, or because one thing that made me cringe is on that PBD podcast when Ross was like, but the street, like, bro, like, streets full of rats, street full of disloyal people, full of people that's not gonna support you. It's not a real thing. I don't want to see billionaire rappers, billionaire athletes, rappers and athletes and entertainers with hundreds of millions of dollars at their exposure still talking about the damn streets. It couldn't be the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. It's people that access to that much money, power, and resource and still give a fuck about what the streets think. Man just said this man had almost 900 million streams opening week. And it's like, man, but the streets, like, bro, like, that just made me cringe and my feelings was hurt. Seeing somebody that big in the game still talking about the streets. Like, yeah, this Julio Fulio case is going on. Dirk people is cooperating. YSL is over. You know what I'm saying? Like, just going down the list, bro. Like, the streets is popped, man. You know what I'm saying? 6ix9ine and took over the podcast waves. Like, bro, look, I don't want to hear nothing else about the streets, bro. Might drop another album soon. I think he need to milk this album and do a visual to every single song. I think he need to just go all the way out. You know what I'm saying? ICEMAN, Habibti, and Maid of Honor. I think he just need to ride those albums out for the rest of the year. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Raven's Joe, like his whole identity was based upon Rick Ross, the person, and I thought it was corny when Rick Ross, the person, got out of jail, and then they was in court over the name, and then he became Rose and all that stuff. Like, didn't give dude the money. Like, I don't know, bro. You would think like there would have been a better situation if the actual Rick Ross came home and like they plugged up, but that didn't happen. So it's like, ever since that moment, it's like it just. But Ross is a good rapper, bro. Like, I don't care about none of that stuff if you put good music out, but just this whole hating persona that he's turned into. And the thing about me with the whole situation with Drake, just go back 5 years. You got Mr. Morale, GNX. GNX got a couple good tracks on it, and Kendrick did his thing in the battle. But what we always said about Kendrick Lamar, after GNX, he could have waited a year and dropped another project and really put pressure on Drake. He could have really put pressure on Cole, but he didn't. So in the last 5 years, I got 2 projects from him. From Cole, I got the Dreamville shit. I got Off Season. I got Might Delete Later, and I got the double album of the Fall Off. I got a lot of music from Drake. For All My Dogs, Her Loss, the album with Party, all the singles from The Beef, and then you got 3 albums down. Cole and Drake have outworked Kendrick. It's what we always said about Kendrick. He's super talented, super creative, but it's gonna be 3-4 years before he give you another album, and it's not gonna sound like what you think it's gonna sound like. Even with this, all the hype from this, GNX was a West Coast album for the West Coast, and I respected it because it's like he trying to bring the West back, but in reality, like, that album didn't take and blow up some other upcoming West Coast artists. Like, for all that they talk about Drake, one thing Drake do is work with new artists. So I don't know, like I felt like people got so caught up in light skin, dark skin, he not like us aspect of it. They lost sight of the big picture that Chud the Builder is gonna call y'all both a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like at the end of the day, Jay-Z did have that still story of OJ. Still, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't black, I'm OJ. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, Hove already put that out there, so it's like, I don't know, bro. I just thought the whole aspect of like all these other rappers who weren't in the beef with Kendrick, Cole, and Drake, they're just jumping in, throw their hat in the ring because here's the 3 biggest artists of this era going at it, and they kind of feel left out. You know what I'm saying? Like the Big Seans of the world, like every time Big Sean drop a single, like Control or something happens, and then he's just like get dwarfed out of the picture. You know what I'm saying? So it's like ASAP Rocky, like all these people coming out the woodworks, you know, Ross like throwing shots at Drake. Like, I just thought it was all whack. And then most of them being sour because he didn't die and he fought back is just even worse. It don't matter if he was a security guard or not. Like, he could have been a cop. He could have been whatever. Like I told y'all, rappers are like WWE characters. It's not the rapper that's the tough guy. It's always like the guys behind the rappers that is the gangsters. But I don't get excited by gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get excited by it. That's why I like Cole the best, because Cole is always talking about some regular everyday shit I can relate to. You know, like you know what I'm saying? Like, drill music is not my scene. You know, like, I just think our culture get enticed off stupid shit, and I think they fall in love with it, but it's not realistic. He said Kendrick got to drop an album. He really don't, because if you Kendrick, you don't want your career to be the people who like you only like you because they don't like Drake. And that's what it would be right now. If he really wanted to put pressure on Cole and Drake, he would have dropped the album before the Fall Off and before Iceman. But now that the Fall Off and Iceman drop, you're going to be hard pressed to tell me that Kendrick about to drop an album now that's going to sound better to me than the Fall Off and Iceman. You got a long way uphill. And if people is on it, they're only on it because they don't like Drake. You see what I'm saying? Like, but that's always been Kendrick. Like, Cole and Drake then put out 5-6 projects in between his projects, even he at this height. So if not then, when G and X dropped, for him to wait a year and drop another project, he gonna drop some shit. It's gonna be like Mr. Morale. I'm gonna listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I think Kendrick's a dope rapper, but I never was gonna not listen to Drake or Cole because of the rap beef. I could care less about that. I just want good music. They finna blackball Drake clean out of awards and stuff, but he know that. That's why he took the approach he did. 2Time, what up? He said Drake is a Terminator. I bet the game too. My Cowboys fan uncle. White Ken Ward jersey. Talk on so much. I ain't gonna say Drake the Terminator. He more like the Undertaker. He sat up when everybody thought he was dead, and I'm happy for Drake. Man, it's a quick 50 ball in the shop. So we did about a 30 piece on the Titans and about a 30 piece on Drake. Y'all got any more questions? I promise y'all I'm not gonna disappear for a whole week on the lives, but I really thought I was gonna be recording another pod this week, so I was trying to like save my win. I didn't want to just be just regurgitating Titan content. You know, my aim was to give y'all, like, pop out when something actually meaningful was going on. And I thought today with Cardinal Tate shutting up all the haters and OTAs, I thought today would be a good day to pop out. Titans got a new sideline crew. They got they got Guardian player personnel. A lot of good things for the Tennessee Titans. I think they had Brian Thomas Jr. last year and didn't know what to do with him. You got Travis Hunter, they didn't know what to do with him. They got Jacoby and Parker. Like, they gotta figure out what they're gonna do with the guys they got. You got a first round 1,000-yard receiver in Brian Thomas that they don't know what to do with. So I think like a team that I thought the Patriots was a team that made sense to trade for AJ Brown. Could it be the Chiefs? Could the Chiefs trade for AJ Brown? Rashee Rice getting in more trouble. How am I feel about Anthony Hill? Got a pick 6 off of Henry Hooker. I heard he got a pick in practice. What I always thought about Anthony Hill was, I hope he beats out I hope he wins the starting job. I hope he beats out Cody Barton. I mean, he fits the mode of what Robert Saleh would want at that position. We looked at a lot of tape of him in the offseason leading up to the draft. If you was in my streams, you see me. We watched a lot of tape on Anthony Hill Jr. I just think that he's a good fit for what the Titans are going to want to do. Because I think the difference between, like, Cody Barton is a good coverage linebacker, but I think what you get in Anthony Hill Jr. is his ability to attack at the line of scrimmage. I think Cody Barton gets tender-footed being downhill on the run. I don't think you'll have that problem with Anthony Hill Jr. and Cedric Gray getting downhill towards the run. Yeah, over Barton. I mean, if Barton start, I ain't tripping, but I want Anthony Hill Jr. to win that job over Cody Barton. You want to move James Williams back to safety? I mean, if you wanted to say you would leave Kevin Winston deep and you wanted James Williams to rotate as a nickel backer, I don't think at this stage he has the coverage skills for it, but I could see some situations where you could have him as that wide side box linebacker that could probably stick with a tight end or a running back. But if James Williams at this stage, I think the way that they've been using him gets like matched up with a wide receiver in motion, he gonna look like Kenneth Murray Jr. was looking out there with that question mark on his head, you know, because they've been getting him closer and closer and closer to the line of scrimmage. He got the physical talent to do it. I just wonder, is that too much going from safety to inside backer to nickelback? I just thought it was corny the way Ross did it, because like, if you overstep your boundary with one of your friends and French Montana and Drake is trying to piece it up, but at the same time you throwing backhanded compliments to French and you still throwing shots at Drake after everything, like, bro, like, you can't say you chilling and then you make a whole diss record about this man and the BBL Drizzy and all that when y'all supposed to be homeboys and potentially could have cost him $1 billion. Now it turns around and you know he about to take shots at you on the record, and now all of a sudden like he's trash and it ain't worth listening to. Like, well, take all the Drake songs off your playlist when you tour. That would be my thing to Ross is take all the Drake songs off your playlist when you tour and see what you got. You know what I'm saying? Every day I'm hustling. You better go play some old shit. See, Cody Barton will get up there, but he won't always attack the running back. The Puka Nacua touchdown run against the Rams, it's just a few times where like Cody Barton could shoot the gap, get downhill, and make a tackle, and he just like get lost in the line at times. Playing zone 9, man. Yeah, it's gonna be in a lot of zone. I feel like James Williams is a person that'll get lost in the shuffle. I honestly think he should stay right where he's at, because if Anthony Hill Jr. wins the job like we expect him to, like I got it pulled up. If Anthony Hill wins this job right here like we expect him to, Cody Barton only got like a year left. You still want James Williams in a backup role to Cedric Gray and Anthony Hill, because what that would do is, like, if Anthony Hill had to miss a little time or come off the field, putting James Williams in there with Cedric Gray, and then let's say you had like Marcus Harris or Winston in the nickel, like you want the depth of having a late round guy like that could be a rotational piece for you. Like Jalen Harrell has turned into a pretty decent rotational piece. Now I did dog him out because in the Charger game, he had a chance to tee off on Justin Herbert and got ran over. I was kind of upset with Jalen Harrell after that, but he played good down the stretch in the roles that he's in. I don't think Drake should be back friends with Future. I would never forgive him. He's supposed to be my guy. But that's kind of was the thing though. Like, even when it first happened, Drake was saying, I never had an issue with Pluto. We'll work it out. I like the fact that men that had an issue or was wrong. The problem ain't if somebody did something you didn't like or something that you didn't respect. If you can talk it out, and it don't matter what Atlanta say, it don't matter what Toronto say, it don't matter what the noise say. Hey, bro, let's get this money. It might not be like it was, but we're gonna do this, and it might go back into something different. I feel like Future was being loyal to Metro. And then that's all the negative thing about when people piece it up. If Metro was pushing too hard, you gotta think Future and 21 Savage producer is Metro. Drake never not was around 21. He was always around 21. So it had to be an easier sell to talk to Future as well as 21 in there. Like 21's first big songs, I'm just on my ex. It was Future, so it's like the odd man out is Metro. The same way it is with DJ Khaled. It's closer to Ross and them than Drake, but he need Drake. But his silence make him complicit. That listening to the album, Drake only really was mad at the people like when Cole didn't call him back, when Khaled didn't call him back. Maybe Future called him back and said, bro, this what this was. You see what I'm saying? So it's like we should champion when people are able to piece it up. Cause the other side of people not piecing it up is Dirk on a life sentence, Julio Fulio dead, all them boys on life sentences, YSL. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have so many examples of like why people should just piece it up. Nah, I ain't played Madden in 2026. I just think it's a waste of my time right now. I feel like EA kind of playing what I top with Madden right now. James Bond come out next week. I'm gonna be on James Bond. Future chose the wave over Drake. Now he back trying to ride the wave. But you gotta think, that's been 2 years. What if 21 talked to Future and Drake and Future talked and nobody knew about it and they pieced it up in their time? You see what I'm saying? I think the corny thing is after it's over that Ross is still telling them to turn Drake down on the tours and all the stuff that he doing, to me is corny because he really had no reason to go so hard. I think for the Future side, it's like sometimes the outsiders will not want you to piece it up. I don't know Future. I don't know Drake. Why wouldn't I want them to piece it up rather than them not make the money together, us not get the music of Future and Drake, or their entourages get into it and somebody get hurt? Like, I'm all for people piecing it up. I think that's a sign of maturity, but I think in the culture and in hip hop, in this mythical streets, I find people feel like piecing it up is a sign of weakness. It's actually a sign of strength because you will know where not to go. I don't know about y'all, but growing up, I fought with all my friends, so it's like we didn't all wrestle or threw hands before. So it's like we have a certain level of respect for certain friends because we know they can fight. You know what I'm saying? Or they're not an easy out. Like, so I feel like it should be the same way. Like us, the fans, is the reason why Dirk and YB could never piece it up, because the streets, the internet won't let YB and Dirk piece it up. So what do you get? Quando Rondo in jail, Dirk in jail, Vaughn dead, YB is like on probation in jail. You see what I'm saying? Like the internet, the streets, these mythical places have to allow people that have wronged each other, done something wrong to each other, to say, hey, my bad, bro, I was tweaking. Most of these guys are WWE characters. They're on drugs. They have more money than they know what to do with. And they're a little bit out of touch with reality. So, like, it's not hard for me to see two dudes who got money together get mad at each other over a woman, or get mad at each other over a drunk, drugged out night out. I got homeboys I grew up with that don't talk to me, that don't have the internet in the world, that it could be pieced up. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's like nobody even knows what's going on. There's nobody to say, man, y'all shouldn't piece it up. You said I'm not doing no track with you. They don't make sense though. Like, that's like the content creators in the Madden community. They used to say, I don't like this person, so I'm not gonna get money. That's dumb, bro. Like, that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Both my granddads was World War II vets. They used to work in Klan territory. And they say, son, he don't like me and I don't like him, but we both not about to let that stop us from getting money. He gonna get in his car and go home. I'm gonna get in my car and go home. We ain't got to do nothing else. But right here, we gonna be professional. We gonna do this job and we gonna go. So the fact that people would let their ego or their pride or their feelings stop Drake and Future from dropping a song, Ran to Atlanta, which is probably gonna play in the strip clubs all year. They're both gonna make $1 million off that song. To say you're not gonna make $1 million off that song because of what people on the internet would say is absolutely stupid. All of us go to work every day and work our ass off to pay bills. If it mean I had to be around somebody who I used to be cool with, who I'm no longer cool with, to that extent that we couldn't get money to take care of some bills, my ego and my pride is not that big. I think that's foolish pride. And I think I love to see 21, Quavo, and Future, some Atlanta artists on Drake's album, because they saying that, like, man, fuck all that shit. Let's get back to the money. It's a respect thing. All money ain't good money. But if you as big as Drake, if you as big as Kanye, if you as big as Jay-Z, who do you know in the world who's good money? 1,000% sure that Drake and Future piecing it up is more respect than the record labels. The record labels, y'all know, don't fool with y'all, but you got to go over there and work with them and make money with them. They talk about some Chud the Builder. These record labels really don't like your black ass. But you still got to go in their record label and make money and work with people. Everybody in the world work with people that they don't like, or work with got some coworkers they don't really fool with, but you got to take your ass to work and make the best of it. At the end of the day, money is money. That's like the people that told Kodak Black not to do the song with 6ix9ine. Fuck that. I'm finna go get this $1 million to do this song, and I'm gonna say whatever the hell I want in this song. You know why? Because nobody telling Kodak Black not to do the song can offer Kodak Black $1 million to say that money ain't good money. That same $1 million still pay the bills for his family. That's just some pride and ego shit. That's just some pride and ego shit. I truly believe a lot of black people have been taught some of the stupidest fucking morals when it comes to making money and doing shit. Like we have like, bro, no other race of people would not get money with another person in their same race based upon their feelings and their pride or their ego being hurt. Because that's all it would be. Who gonna tell Future he wrong for doing a song with Drake? Who gonna tell Drake he wrong for doing a song with Future? Doesn't make sense. No. If somebody flip on you, you let them be in a position to bite you. You just don't let a person be close enough to you to do you wrong. Anybody that you know will do you wrong. I could take every single person that's in my community and give everybody $1 million, and I promise you're gonna have people that you never thought would snake you or turn on you is gonna turn on you. Like, it's human nature. It's literally like some biblical shit. Literally, it's some literally like Cain and Abel. Like, the most biblical shit is like anybody for the right price has a price that they'll sell you short for. Things happen. It's no way you could be like, the sole basis of people's faith and religion is to be forgiving and be in a situation where if I accept this person's apology and work with them, we're both going to make $1 million. Or some niggas on the internet think I shouldn't do it. Shit's preposterous to think that way. Katria, Roll Tide. I just think people gotta move past the ego and the pride shit and just look at the big picture. Big picture is, now that Drake and Future dropped the album, between them they know what their relationship is. Outside of that, it ain't my business to even speculate or even worry about what them two men and figure it out between the two of them. All I know is I trade my. All I know is I know how much money they're gonna make on this song. It's gonna be ungodly. Joe Blacko, Carnell Tate is him, huh? Carnell Tate is him, huh? Carnell Tate is him, huh? Alright, there's an hour and 15 in the shop. I'm gonna chop this up probably in 2 spots. Drop those tomorrow. Maybe one of them will go up tonight. Make sure y'all following the YouTube. Make sure y'all following the Facebook. Make sure you following the Kick and the Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all the social media platforms. I comment back. I engage back. I implore y'all, I need y'all on my YouTube content. When I drop those, hit that like, comment. If you got questions that you missed, drop them. If you see me drop a reel, engage with those reels. I'm gonna be dropping more clips from the pods in real form, almost like some Vlad TV style. So definitely, man, keep the questions coming, keep the comments and the engagement coming, because we ain't slowing down, we ain't stopping. He said, you better than me. But I'm saying, like, I'm 43 years old and I've lived a lot, and I've been through where people have done me wrong. And guess what? Once you get the right relationship with God, you're going to find soon that, like, the sooner I make peace with shit and let shit go, well, like, it'll be me walking around carrying the burden of regret, pride, ego, guilt. That person gonna go on about their life. The sooner you make peace with it, you're gonna realize that, like, everybody got a price that they'll sell you short for. I understand that. I was raised like that. That I trust everybody and I trust nobody. So if somebody did something harmful to me, it wouldn't surprise me, and it haven't surprised me. So I've been able to get over it and go on by my life fast. I don't have to sit around, walk around resentful about nobody or holding grudges. That's not for me. I let that type of shit go. Cause guess what? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, my ego and pride will not get in the way of me doing something that my purpose is set out for me to do. You see what I'm saying? And once you reach that level of mentality, it's like you'll understand this situation is like everybody just got a part to play on the stage. And the people I respect is J. Cole for stepping out of the battle. I do wish he would have called Drake and had the conversation. Apparently now, seeing as what Drake said, like you got to respect 21 Savage for not jumping on no sides. You got to respect the fact that Future and Drake was able to piece it up. And the ones that are carrying it around look corny right now. The Rick Rosses look corny. French Montana look a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, solid. That him and Max B is on a run and Max B is out and he don't really want no smoke with Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like they good. So it's like, that's what I like to see. Even Joe Budden. Drake bomb on Joe Budden. Melissa Ford ain't on the show no more, but even Joe Budden is listening to the album. You know, like that's what I like to see when people when Cam Newton and Stephen A can sit down and talk. Like I like all that. That's just me. How many yards for Cardinal Tate? I think he'll get at least 100 targets, and I think he'll be anywhere from 900 to 1,100 yards. I think if the season goes as we plan, he got a chance to shoot at AJ Brown's rookie record, and and Cam Ward got a chance to take at least the franchise record that Tannehill got at 3,819 yards. So I definitely would like to see Cardinal Tate between 900 and 1,100 yards receiving. That everybody got a price they'll sell you out for is a legit bar. Just forgive and forget. I don't hold nothing in. I'm still cool with people who done me wrong. See, people be thinking I be mad or walking around wondering how to deal with me, but bro, I've been and forgot about that shit. Cause the thing about me is like, my granddaddy told me when I was a kid, I cried. He's like, you ain't got no friends. He's like, you just got your family. Even they'll have their hand out or they'll sell you up the river for the right price. So it's like, when you get old enough to understand, granddaddy will just let you know, like, your mama, your daddy, everybody have a price. It might not be financial. A person may be in a bad situation at the time. A person back might be against the wall. A person might have bad information. Person might be off day square. Person could be on drugs. Person could be smitten by a woman. All these different things play a part. So it's like when you just see it for that is, I'm never surprised by things that people do is because I trust them, but also trust them to be themselves. Every person gives you their red flags. If you got somebody in your family that's an addict, you have to treat them like an addict that you love. If you got a woman out the streets, you know what she's capable of doing in the streets. If you got some homeboys that be into some bullshit, just know that you only one move away from them doing some bullshit to you. So it's like, when I see situations like Gunna, it's like, why would they be mad at Gunna? They know that's his. Gunna ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, Gunna is the music guy. Like, you should expect that. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what I like about when people can come to grips with that. Is like understanding other people's situation and say, damn, bro was in a bad situation. He probably felt like he had no choice but to do this. You see what I'm saying? And the only way you sell a person out is if you have foolish pride. You know what I'm saying? Like when I heard Parlay on that podcast with Big Bank say that if his homeboy got in the car and robbed the store and the police pulled him over, he would just go to jail with him. Like, that's just, bruh. Can't listen to people who think like that. It's foolish. He said, appreciate the stream. Sorry so late working. That's the same with me. Tighten up. All right. Y'all know what time it is. God first in the chat. And we out. hit that subscribe, like, comment, share. Tap into the daily uploads at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you missed the live streams, we got picture in picture. And if I don't get to any questions during the live streams or the pods, drop them in the comments. I'll make it part of the weekly mailbag. If you're following on the blue, smash those reactions. I know you're OG. Hit that like, comment, share, tap into the daily content that is the shop. If you're new to the shop, you definitely should be tapped in on the green. No ads, up to 50 emotes free for just being a follower. You do not have to be a supporter to unlock picture in picture, late night streams. Follow us on Kick. We also live on Twitch. Look out for the drops, as well as if you have Amazon Prime, it's free $99 to sub to the channel once a month. Don't let Jeff Bezos stick that money back in his pocket. If you don't use it on the shop, use it on another content creator that you like. I still call it Twitter, but follow us on X. We tweet back. If you missed the daily shop talks, make sure you tap in for the late night cap on the purple and the green. The Discord is always open. Outside of subs, donos, and cash apps, there's also another way to support the content. That's by grabbing a trucker hat, a bandana, hoodies, classic barbershop, Vibe Nation, right out of the official merch store on Tactic, formerly known as Geeks Unleashed. Code Buddha at checkout.